Have you ever sat down to study, spent hours reading your notes, and then realized you could barely remember anything the next day? Meanwhile, someone else studies for half the time, yet remembers almost everything. It feels unfair, doesn't it? Most people think those students are simply born smarter. But psychology tells a different story. Studying faster has very little to do with IQ and almost everything to do with how your brain learns. Once you understand that, you'll stop wasting hours and start learning more in less time. Most students believe that reading the same chapter again and again is the best way to learn. It feels productive because you're spending more time. But your brain doesn't reward repetition alone. It rewards retrieval. When you only read, your brain stays passive. It recognizes the words, but it doesn't have to work. That's why the information disappears so quickly. The fastest learners use a technique called active recall. Instead of reading the answer over and over, they close the book and try to explain the idea in their own words. At first, it feels difficult. You may forget important details or struggle to remember, but that struggle is actually helping your brain. Every time you search for an answer without looking at your notes, the memory becomes stronger. Just like lifting weights builds muscle, challenging your memory builds a stronger brain. Another mistake people make is studying for hours without taking a break. It feels like you're working hard, but after a while, your attention starts to drop. You're looking at the words, but you're no longer truly understanding them. That's why psychologists recommend short, focused study sessions with small breaks in between. A refreshed brain learns much faster than a tired one. There's another powerful strategy called spaced repetition. Instead of reviewing everything the night before an exam, successful students review information over several days. Every review sends your brain the same message. This information is important. Over time, those memories become stronger and much easier to recall. That's why people who study a little every day often perform better than those who cram for hours in one night. Finally, remember this. Your brain loves meaning more than memorization. If you connect a new idea to a story, a real-life example, or something you already know, your brain creates stronger connections. That's why it's easier to remember a meaningful experience than a random list of facts. So the psychology of studying faster isn't about finding a secret shortcut or becoming a genius overnight. It's about understanding how your brain naturally works. When you stop fighting your brain and start working with it, studying becomes less stressful, learning becomes more enjoyable, and remembering feels almost effortless. The students who learn the fastest aren't always the smartest. They're simply the ones who understand how their brain was designed to learn.